Everyone is very upset about the school shooting down in Texas. I get that. They don't really care so much about the shootings that take place every weekend in big cities, but, I digress. Everyone's very upset about the school shooting in Texas, justifiably. But everyone wants to fix the symptoms. They don't want to fix the underlying cause of these incidences. They just don't. Everyone wants to run to their corners. We need more gun laws. No, we don't. You hate kids. Yes, you do. Stupid. Now, if you want to treat the symptoms, there's ways to treat the symptoms. I guess you can put satellite police stations in schools and allow qualified teachers access to firearms. Have them in a wall safe with a biometric scanner to, get into it. I guess you could do that. You could look a little deeper at why we have violence running rampant in this society in general, in the West. Not just in the United States, not just in any individual state, but across the West as a whole. I think that's largely nihilism. See, you can't take... First off, you can't treat little boys like little girls. They're not. Schools have a tendency to treat little boys like defective girls. Little Todd won't sit down like Jenny will, so let's pump him full of fucking Adderall until he behaves like a little girl. You can't raise an entire generation of young boys like that. Fatherless, nihilistic, atheistic. Nothing really matters. Truth is subjective. It's arbitrary. Besides, you're just a monkey without fur and thumbs. On a ball of mud spinning in front of a light bulb into nothingness, hurtling through the galaxy into nothingness and heat death, and nothing really matters. Except material. Except for what you can acquire. Didn't you hear that, little Timmy? You are your shoes. If you don't have good shoes, well then, it's kind of a reflection on you. You are your car. If you don't have a nice car, well then you're kind of a shitbag. Right? I mean, this is the kind of thing we push in this society. People are as deep as puddles, and we're breeding them that way. And then we're drugging them. Telling them they're bad. Sometimes because of the color of their skin. We're creating these problems. Now, I know no one wants to address the underlying issue because it requires the Dawkins, Hitchens, Shermer crowd to take a little bit of a look in the mirror of what they've done by attacking the superstructure of this country. Pretty effectively, too. What they did was they tore down a house that everyone was inside of and didn't replace it with anything. So what are you left with? You're left with fatherless boys, pumped full of fucking drugs, sat in front of a fucking TV for fucking 8-10 hours a day watching violent TV, then playing violent video games and listening to violent music, and then you ship them off to school full of drugs and go, have a nice day. You little time bombs you're sending off into the world. Undisciplined, materialistic, nihilistic, apathetic. But yeah, let's talk about gun laws. That'll fix it. Because they won't use rice cookers or cars or homemade explosives. That won't happen. No, it's... Little Timmy was going to go to school and shoot it up, but the guns were gone. So, he just didn't do it. He didn't hurt anybody. He was like, fuck it, can't do it. Really? And let's just go down the gun route just for a second, even though I really don't want to talk about it because it's pretty pointless. Let's say you magicked all the guns out of the country. They're gone. Do you really think you're not going to create a black market on the southern border for firearms? They're able to sneak in millions of people and tons of drugs. You don't think bad guys will still get guns? You're a fucking moron. Have a nice night.